Interesting what the Coralanian elf have accomplished here.
Hello, my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT here, or as I'm known on Twitch, Plague Doctor 98TTV. And beekos, welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. And beekos, the season of the worm has started. So, in the last one, we did the first two quests here in Solstice, as well as did a lot of exploring around the island. So, yeah, that is pretty much what we did. So we are going to talk to Prince Azah here and see what we have next.
The conflict in the Palace District proved the Stirk Fellowship can defeat the Worm Cult in open battle. Yet we have to locate our foe to fight them. Feanor and Wormblood are somewhere on this island. We simply need to hunt them down.
Alrighty, let's see. I found Feanor's orders from Wormblood. That may be a place to start.
That was my thought as well. The Worm Cult plans to move something important through the passages beneath. Wormblood's orders directed Feanor to ensure its safety. Whatever they're moving, they obviously consider it important. We should stop them.
Do we know where the passages beneath are?
Not precisely, but passages beneath sound like tunnels to me. I want you to locate them and then act as you deem best to foil the Worm Cult. Take Waxen Ash with you. She is an excellent scout and has crossed staves with the Worm Cult before.
Crossed staves. That's a new phrase I haven't heard before. Okay. Alright, Waxen, Ash, and I will stop the Worm Cult shipment.
Remember, time may not be on our side. We do not know how many more Soul Reapers the Worm Cult created or where they are. Two of you can find answers more swiftly than one. Explain the situation to Waxen Ash, then go find the passages beneath.
Any thoughts about, what the Worm Cult is planning?
Many, and none of them good. The orders you found mentioned something called the Gift of Death. The cult is harvesting souls with their reapers for some so-called great work, and they have Vaunus Galarian. How it fits together, I cannot say.
You don't know anything about the Gift of Death?
All I know is that it does not sound good. If Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, then I do not want him to get it. Keep your eyes and ears open, comrade. If you learn something more, let me know.
What do you think Wormblood meant by a great work?
Who knows? Some horrible necromantic ritual, most likely. Wormblood's orders mention souls, after all. And the cult is here in numbers we've rarely seen before. Why Solstice? What are they trying to do here? That is what we need to learn.
Can you tell me anything more about the Soul Reapers?
They are fearsome devices. Whenever we fought the Worm Cult before, we expected those foul necromancers to turn our own dead against us, their own as well. We had to kill everything twice, but that was about corpses, not souls.
The Worm Cult didn't have Soul Reapers before. Any idea where they came from?
The Soul Reapers are new, as I understand things. The Worm Cult did not have them during the Plane Meld, or when we assaulted Cold Harbor. I presume they have been building these weapons in secret on Solstice, and planning their revenge for a long time.
Okay, let's talk to Waxen Ash.
I thought I sensed the prince taking the measure of my scales. He has a task in mind for the two of us, does he not? Very well, I am agreeable. What do we need to do?
Prince Azah wants us to find the worm cult's passages beneath, but we don't have much time to go on.
A tricky task. Finding the crocodile's wallow by wading through the reeds may take some time. Quicker to just ask someone who knows where she nests. As it turns out, I captured a worm cult Bone Lord in the fight for the Palace District.
Really? Where's this prisoner now?
I was not quite sure what to do with him after I knocked him senseless, so I had our soldiers take him to Sunport's guardhouse just north of the city's western gate. I doubt he will be happy to see me, but perhaps you can get him to talk.
All right.
The worm cult attacked the Palace District. You were there, Tater Canor. Were you injured?
It was a close call, but the Sturk Fellowship intervened and saved us.
Ah, good. The Bone Lord is still here, and he is awake again. Sergeant, we need to speak with the prisoner.
Very well. Prisoners all yours.
Do you come to mock Kagajal for his defeat?
I like his outfit.
Enjoy it while you can. The triumph of the Black Worm is close at hand. This one will not be your prisoner for long.
We have questions. Tell us where to find the passages beneath.
Kagajal is sure you would like to know. But this one does not give up his brethren so easily. Death holds no terrors for one who walks the necromantic path. Kill Kagajal and be done with it. He will be back.
Kill you? You're not getting out of this that easily.
Gah! You dare lay hands on a Black Worm Bone Lord? Kagajal will neither forget nor forgive this offense. Oh, your death will be one that is whispered of in terror for years to come.
Don't want to talk? Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Enough. You seek Turner Mine. Its tunnels run under the mountains near the southern coast. This one does not know why they are important, but many of his Blackworm brothers guard them. You will find nothing but death there.
Number 1, Grandpa.
An ugly choice, yet such is the nature of our foes. I am not proud of my part in what happened here. Go on ahead, I will meet you in the mine. I think it is best to be alone with my thoughts for a time.
We still don't know what exactly the worm cult plans to do there.
I suspect Wormblood and Farinor shared that information only with those who needed to know. The note you and Scordo found referred to a shipment of great importance, did it not? If it is important to them, then it is important to us.
Do you believe that Bone Lord Kagazal doesn't know anything more?
Your methods were harsh. I believe he would have said anything to convince you to go away. However, it makes sense to me that the cult leaders would value secrecy. We simply have to go to the mine and see for ourselves.
Skooma is on. Nice. Okay, it's all the way down there.
Over here, mercenary.
In time, Keshu. In time.
This is the place, but the passage splits. You try the door on the left, I will go right. These tunnels appear to twine together like snakes. I will rejoin you when I can.
Get him. Who's better than us? Nobody.
Oh, there's ancient Argonian architecture here. I like it. I like it a lot.
Ah, there you are. Follow the tracks. The passage opens into a
Counter
cavern
this.
up ahead.
Good. Now make him bleed. Skill issue. Over so soon?
Ah, our paths meet again. I did not expect an underground river. Let us see what is on that bar.
I fucking knew
I can
it!
taste the river. It runs east under the mountains. It must pass through the writhing wall, or beneath it. The worm cult sends a sarcophagus to the other side of Solstice. We should take a closer look.
They were bringing him back. That is Metamarco, without a doubt. I knew it. They're trying to find a way to bring him back. I was on the money. I love it when I'm right.
I know that likeness, Manimarco. These are his remains. Nothing good can come from letting this sarcophagus reach worm blood.
You dare disturb the King of Worms? Gotta smash them!
Look out!
Yeah, I had a feeling that the whole destroy the world thing was a bit too generic for the worm cult.
Zeus! Faranor's monster knocked us into the river. Come, we need to discuss what we found. It is not often I find a current I cannot master, but today the river proved stronger than I was. At least we found out what the worm cult's important shipment was. The mortal remains of Manamarco, the king of worms.
What does the worm cult want with his remains?
Is it not obvious? They seek to bring their leader, Manamarco, back from the dead. A necromancer of Wormblood status is certainly powerful enough for the task. The Soul Reapers, the Writhing Wall. He wields necromancy unlike anything seen before.
What happens if Wormblood resurrects Manamarco?
Manamarco planned to elevate himself to become the god of death. I imagine he would resume that journey. Still, I thought Molag Bal had a claim on his soul. Recalling Manamarco from Cold Harbor should not be possible.
We do know that Wormblood is looking for something called the Gift of Death.
If that is what Wormblood needs to unlock the gates of Cold Harbor and return Manamarco to Nirn, we must discover what it is and make sure he does not acquire it. What kind of a gift is death, anyway?
What should we do now?
Return to Prince Azar and see if our allies have news of Wormblood. Beating him to whatever prize he seeks is even more important than we thought. Do you see that eddy in the pool? That is the way out. I will see you in Sunport.
Any idea how they found his body?
You defeated him at Sankra Tor, did you not? Worm cult fanatics must have retrieved his body after you left. Manamarco had no shortage of willing followers, and I have no doubt a master of death magic would prepare a grand sarcophagus just in case.
But what condition would the body be in after all this time?
Do not be misled by the shambling corpses or dusty bones you have seen. That is the work of but a moment. With time, skilled necromancers can restore a years-old corpse to a lifelike state if they care to do so. For Manamarco, they would.
How did the worm cult find Manamarco's body? Wait, no, we've already asked her that. No, I mean, okay. If anyone else did not, on some level, suspect that this is where they were gonna go with the storyline, I'd be genuinely shocked, because the only reason I suspected it was because the Worm Cult follow Manamarco. They don't give a shit about Molag Bal or any of the Daedric princes. Anytime the Worm Cult comes up, they're always working with or for Manamarco. The Worm Cult views Manamarco as their god. Essentially, that is
Over here, mercenary.
even though Manamarco's not technically ever been a god, he's viewed as one. And there's like parts of the lore that were missing, not present in Elder Scrolls Online. But Elder Scrolls Online takes place around a war between the Mages Guild and the Order of the Black Worm, namely, is what I'm referring to. And I think that war is what was being depicted, because Manamarco shows up as the main antagonist of Elder Scrolls 2. He's referenced in all of the Elder Scrolls games. He is a villain in Elder Scrolls 4. And so there's just... I knew he would get free of Cold Harbor eventually. So it just, with them doing this now, it would makes the most sense to me that they would be trying to bring Metamarco back. So that's why I suspected that they were bringing Metamarco back. Because, I mean, they've never been about... The Order of the Black Worm has never been about the destruction of Tamriel. So when we played the prologue quest, them seeking revenge... which, not to say that they wouldn't want revenge, they absolutely want revenge, but them seeking revenge in the way of destroying the continent, that doesn't make sense. That is a bit too generic. That just felt a bit... It felt a bit too generic for the Order of the Black Worm, because they've always been about conquering and ruling. In Metamarco's name. They've never been about destroying. So, them bringing Metamarco back again from that felt the most logical. So that's where I put the pieces together. Anyway.
Comrade, tell me quickly, did you find the passages beneath? And did you discover what was so important down there? And what of Walks and Ash? Did something happen to the Pact representative?
Oh, Walks and Ash is fine. And we did find the passages beneath. But I'm afraid, I have some bad news. They've got Metamarco's remains.
Metamarco's remains? Surely the Worm Cult cannot want to bring back the King of Worms. Yet what else would they do with his corpse? You returned with grim news indeed, comrade. What about Farinor, or Wormblood? Were they there too?
We ran into Farinor, but her flesh golem knocked us into a river. She got away.
The fortunes of battle can be fickle. Even if Farinor escaped justice, you at least returned with information. Now we know the Worm Cult has Metamarco's corpse. We must endeavor to foil their plans. Meanwhile, Gabrielle may have learned something.
What did she learn?
It's strange. Vanus's staff is definitely pulling me somewhere. I think... Vanus, where are you?
Almost. This is no good. Gabrielle, I have much to tell you. Bring my staff to Lethal. The wall is thin there. I'm in a worm cult prison. Listen, Wormblood is looking for a Sithith shrine in Solstice. I think he... A relic called... Gift of... Damn,
Death.
I can't...
I think I know what we need to do. Friend, let's talk.
Luckily for you, I'm an expert on all things Sithis.
The pass in the mountains.
I knew this staff of Vanus's was trying to tell me something. He made sure to leave it behind for me when the Worm Cult captured him at the Earth Forge. He knew we were going to need it.
This one can scout them. Me too. We'll find the right one.
What do you think Vanus was trying to tell us?
The message wasn't terribly clear, was it? He said he was still a prisoner, but I don't think he was calling for help. I think Vanus wants to warn us about something. He was trying to tell us how to make it easier for him to reach us.
Or it could be a trap. How do you know it was really Vanus?
I suppose that's a possibility, but Vanus Galarian made this staff with his own hands. I doubt the Worm Cult could imitate his connection to it. Besides, this isn't the first time he has allowed himself to be captured to get close to his enemies.
Okay, so you think Vanus put himself in a position to spy on the Worm Cult?
Vanus has likely seen things we have not, but we have information he needs to know too. For example, your discovery of Metamarco's sarcophagus. Slowly but surely, we're bringing the Worm Cult's plots to light. Thank you, friend.
These quests feel rather short. We're only 25 minutes in.
I've been wondering why Vanus Galarian's staff is pulling me here and there around Solstice. Now that Vanus managed to send a message, I finally know why. I think he's on the other side of the writhing wall.
So you think Vanus is on Solstice? I thought they took him to Cold Harbor again.
That's what we thought. But Vanus mentioned a thin spot in the wall at Lizal Pass. If the wall impedes his ability to communicate with us, that must be because he's on the other side of it.
What do you want to do then?
Take the staff to Lizal Pass and re-establish contact with Vanus. He may need our help, or we may need his. I think he wanted to warn us about something Wormblood is planning. We need to find out what that is and stop it. Will you go with me?
So the Gift of Death is an Argonian relic, which makes me all the more motivated to stop them. Argonian relics should be preserved and protected at all cost. I don't like that, because ancient Argonian relics, which is what this likely is, they're fucking nasty. Like, anyway.
Regent Corinway said Lizal Pass is located in the mountains north of Sunport. Meet me there. The sooner we can speak to Vanus again, the better. We'll leave Prince Azah and the others to figure out which shrine Wormblood is interested in.
Why is Vanus Galarian so important?
Vanus Galarian is an archmage, and the longtime foe of Manamarco and the Worm Cult. In fact, Vanus founded the Mages Guild specifically to combat the rising influence of dark necromancers in Tamriel.
All I heard was blah blah blah, dick measuring contest, blah blah blah, rivalry with old friend and possible lover. Anyway.
Oh, it was centuries ago, long before my time. But what's a few centuries to a high elf archmage? Back in those days, Vanus and Manamarco were friends of a sort, then rivals. They studied together in the Sigic Order until their falling out. As I understand it, Vanus caught Manamarco practicing forbidden magic. The Sigics allowed Manamarco to leave without taking any steps to stop him. So, Vanus left as well. He founded the Mages Guild to do what the Sigics would not.
Got play.
Let's get out there.
The Collegium Praxis has need of your services.
Alright, so we're on quest 4. I'm gonna go until the 40-minute mark. And then, a bibbity bobbity boo off and upload this, and then I will do the rest later. like after work later. Oh, here's one of the public dungeons.
Not so close, Patches. Wouldn't want you to come down at this gorge too.
Ditra Grotto. No, so as I was saying about ancient Argonian relics, the ancient Argonians did everything with a fear of death in mind, whereas now they don't. So it's sounding to me, I like the way those doors look. It's sounding to me like the Gift of Death might be an ancient Argonian relic. And if that is true, it's gonna be a very powerful and nasty piece of work.
But I brought not much of a pass, is it? If I'm not mistaken, this cave leads to a path through the mountains. More of a goat track, really. Be ready for some climbing. We'll probably have to do this the hard way. Grapple bows.
Grapple bows?
Never used one? They're fun. Since the writhing wall interferes with portal magic and we're going to get very close, I won't be able to use spells. So I brought the bows to help us climb. I hope we won't have to use them, but here you go.
I fucking hate the grapple bows. Well, I mean, I don't. They are fun, but I'm afraid of heights. So that's why I hate them. They are not the worst thing ever added, but they scare me.
I hope Bonus will take care of that for us. If we reach a spot where the writhing wall is thin enough, he'll find us. All we have to do is keep going up, and deal with any worm cult patrols in our path.
So, one example.
Clearly the worm cult is here, and having some trouble with the local wildlife.
One example of an Argonian relic is some blades called the Teeth of Sithis.
See that post above the red flowers? It would be a good place to use a grapple bow.
And the Teeth of Sithis, it's both an ancient Argonian relic and a actual location in game. But the Teeth of Sithis, referring to the daggers, not the location in game. Basically what they did is they were created with dark and powerful magic. They were able to level entire armies and reduce crops to ash. To nothing but ash, so they were a powerful bit of magic indeed. But on top of that, with each use, it gave you to, the Teeth of Sithis would give you to Sithis. Through each use, you would lose a bit of your soul, and it would be fast-tracked to the void. And similarly, the people you killed with it would also be fast-tracked to the void.
This looks like a promising spot. Be ready.
So they were very powerful indeed. Oh, this.
Finally, we must speak swiftly. I have little time. Gabriel,
that looks like it goes to Cold Harbor. But yeah, so that's just the Teeth of Sithis. That's just one example. Oh! I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Trioma Renette, I thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That helps me out a lot. But yeah, so I'm thinking that this Gift of Death Well, it is an ancient Argonian relic, and like the Teeth of Sithis that I've just described, it's likely a nasty piece of work. Ancient Argonians, like, I love the Argonians, obviously, I'm obsessed with them, but, like, they had no fucking chill.
Stand the smell of flowers.
Alright, now let's, without further ado, talk to the Sir Douchebag himself.
Good. I hoped you or Gabrielle had my staff, but I couldn't tell if you got my previous messages. I haven't quite escaped yet, but we must be swift. The permanence of the wall fluctuates, and I can be cut off at any moment. Where are you now?
We're in Solstice, on the west side of the Writhing Wall. Where are you being held?
I'm in Solstice as well, on the other side of the Writhing Wall from you. The worm cult brought me here from Cold Harbor, and they brought Cold Harbor here as well. Wormblood is attempting a new plane meld, in reverse.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Like Molag Ball's dark anchors, but in reverse. Instead of dragging our world into Cold Harbor, he's bringing Cold Harbor into Nuremberg. The eastern side of Solstice is already changing.
How can we get to you?
You can't. Not while the wall still stands. I have some help in here, but my ally convinced me it's impossible for now. The Writhing Wall is an insuperable barrier. Thin spots such as Lizal notwithstanding. I need you to...
Vanis?
Father. I see what Vanis meant by permanence. The
Oh,
thickness of
father,
the
I
wall
thought she said
fluctuates.
father.
We need to find another weak point.
Look at my sword and that last fool's iron cap.
Can I talk, like, tell Vanis off again? Because I really liked being able to do that in the prologue
More
quest.
cliffs. Look for grappling points to traverse these ruins.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Going up.
Vanis is right about Cold Harbor. I can see elements of that foul place all around us. Here. The wall is thin here.
I'm here.
Speak with Vanis, friend.
There is more I must tell. Curse the luck. I sense that the Writhing Wall fluctuates at random, but I assumed we'd have more time. Thin points appear and disappear without warning. How far has the worm cult's reverse plane meld progressed on your side of the wall?
We noticed elements of Cold Harbor near the wall and their Daedra, but nothing beyond that.
Daedra? That's worrisome, but not unexpected. If you aren't surrounded by lakes of azure plasm or looking up at floating islands of rock, then things haven't gone too far yet. We still have a little time to stop the worm cult.
Why is the worm cult creating a reverse plane meld?
I'm not sure yet, but an army of necromancers and Daedra is massing in Eastern Solstice. Clever of Wormblood, really. If he gathered his forces anywhere in Tamriel, we would have noticed. But the cursed island in the Writhing Wall blinded us.
Any idea if as to whether or not there is a way to get through the wall?
Unlikely. Wormblood controls a terrible source of power on my side. Something that consumes souls. The worm cult soul reapers feed this thing. In turn, it empowers the Writhing Wall. Great effort. But to what?
Wait, what else do we need to know?
Cut off again. We must find another place where we can speak with Vanis.
Let's end them.
Thank God for small favors. That person going ahead of us is certainly helping us. There we go. There we go. Let's finish talking to Vanis, and I think we will all be done with the video until later.
Another weak point.
Another weak point. Where? Oh, she's creating it right now.
Friend, listen closely. Wormblood seeks a relic called the Gift of Death. My source tells me it's hidden in a place called Voska's Shrine. He must not acquire it.
We've heard mention of the Gift of Death. Can you tell me more about Voska Shrine?
It's part of a Tibahatse court, sacred to Sithis. My ally here tells me it's in the hills southwest of Sunport. The Solstice Argonians used to play a ritual game there. A bloody one. As for why Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, I'm not sure.
It figures that it's a bloody ritual. Because like I said, ancient Argonians, no chill. Anyway, the worm cult has Metamarco's corpse. We think the Gift of Death is connected.
The worm cult brought Metamarco here. Now that explains much. Wormblood must believe this Gift of Death can resurrect his old master. It's up to you then. Stop Wormblood from obtaining the relic. If he... Damn it. Here come my captors.
What is it? Vanis!
I lost Vanis. We were lucky to learn as much as we did, but we know what we must do. Let's talk, friend. I hope Vanis is all right. I don't like the way that last conversation ended. For that matter, I don't like what he told us. The worm cult gathering strength behind the writhing wall, and a new plane meld? That's terrible.
Is Wormblood so powerful he can start the plane meld?
I don't think so. Vanis mentioned a source of power. Still, we had to invade Cold Harbor to stop the plane meld before. Good people lost. Dead. I've missed Dear Darien ever since. Now Wormblood is bringing it back? And Manamarco too?
Wormblood still needs the Gift of Death for something, though.
You're right, of course. We don't know if Wormblood is close to his goal. So you'd better head to the Tibahatse Shrine. Find the Gift of Death before he gets there. Or at least delay him. I'll return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship.
Tibahatse. Shit. It's likely the... That is definitely bloody.
Good luck at Voska Shrine. I'll make sure Princess Ah sends help just in case you run into Wormblood too. It hardly seems fair. So many gave so much to stop the worm cult last time. Like Darien. Now they're back. So what did Darien die for?
Okay, so what would Ojel Greel say in this situation? Okay, I'll just say that he cares about Darien, so I don't think Ojel Greel, I don't think he cares very much for Gabrielle. Frankly, I don't care very much for Gabrielle either. While it's fun to see her again, I do like her. Most of the time I find her annoying. Not nearly as annoying as Evely Sharp Arrow, but I still find her pretty fucking annoying. But in this instance, let's be vulnerable because even though I think he would normally be of this persuasion, let's take some of that attitude. Yeah, let's bring that attitude down a bit.
Memory's a bittersweet thing. When I think of Darian's smile, his laugh, I can't help but remember what it felt like to be with him, how I felt about him. And that makes me miss him even more.
Oh. How you felt about him?
I suppose I can admit it. Darian was more than a friend. It started as a game. I pretended I was scandalized by his endless flirting. He pretended he wasn't serious. I wish I had said something about how I really felt. But I think he knew.
Ooh. 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 Ooh, that got intense real fucking quick.
If you don't get up, I'm taking your stuff.
Okay, so this afternoon, after I get off work, I will be, I guess finishing. I might as well finish the main story. Finishing it in 3 videos isn't always a bad thing. So, yeah, ooh, skeleton. So yeah, that will be the plan. I'll be getting off work about 3:30 Mountain Time. And, yeah, Mountain Time, it is currently 7:37. So wherever you're watching this at, stay tuned. I'll be streaming again sometime between around 4 o'clock, I would say. Again, that's Mountain Time. So stay tuned until then. So I will see all of you guys this afternoon following my departure from work. So until then, this has been Eric the Plague Doctor 981YT, or as I'm known on Twitch, Plague Doctor 98TTV. And if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to follow in the footsteps of Treoma Renette. Again, I am sorry if I am mispronouncing that. And follow me on Twitch. And be sure to go and follow me on YouTube to keep up to date with all my videos. So, yeah, and I do want to say thanks again to Treoma Renette for following me on Twitch. And, yeah, I appreciate it a great deal. So, until the next one, bye!